Freezy freeze to start the pod, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a brand new
Oh my
episode.
god!
What's up?
How did I not realize what the you're wearing?
Oh, my Ford Bronco.
Where'd you get a Ford Bronco shirt from?
I've had this shirt. I've worn it on the
Actually,
pod. Yeah. See, it's not a white Bronco though, so it's like
it's not fully. It's close enough.
it's got like but it's got like a cool
It's got like an Arizona stripe in it,
like a stripe on it, But yeah, no,
like an Arizona skyline.
I will say you inspired me to bust it back out.
Well, I'm wearing a Ford shirt right now. It's a Thunderbird. It's not a Bronco.
For any. I'll tell you right now. Neither me or Devan are like car or at least truck enthusiasts.
I think cars are cool, but
car can be cool.
Yeah.
But like I'm sure like maybe at least one guy like went like, oh, they both have Ford shirts on.
Oh, sure.
And I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't tell you why. I couldn't tell you why. Like I'm saying why he feels that way.
Sure. Yeah. No.
Bro hates Ford.
I drive a Ford. It's not like I'm like, oh, all other cars suck.
Like you see a Chevy, and you're like pissed.
People do get upset.
That's what I'm saying.
Someone sees a Ram truck, they're like, wow, why are you driving a Ram? So you see a Toyota truck, which I think are great trucks, probably better than a lot of the American ones.
The best.
Toyota or Japanese cars are great. Now I do hate luxury brands, just because I can't afford them. So I'm like, BMWs are for assholes.
Yeah, but I mean that's the thing though. That's exactly what I was saying. Like a Chevy guy definitely saw like two Ford shirts and like got angry, and I wouldn't understand. But
I'm hoping that more people are angry at the fact that like, now I wore my shirt because it's
of O.J. Simpson.
I hope more people are angry at the fact that he killed two people.
See, I did not wear this shirt because of O.J. Simpson.
You sure about that?
Nor did he cross my mind when I bought it. I thought it was a cool shirt. I was like, hey, it's a cool shirt.
That's the only thing that crossed my mind when I bought that shirt. See, I said, who would make this?
The perfect white Broncos shirt. There's only
pure
one
white
reason why in 2024 there's a.
Well, it was the first time I had seen shirts with like car logos on them or cars in general.
You should like go outside.
Yeah, I don't do that much. I don't shop.
That's like definitely a thing.
I shop twice a year, maybe. Like I shop once for the summer, once for the winter. That's it.
It's crazy if people thought we weren't a sports podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, we are a sports podcast. Welcome back. I don't know if I ever said welcome back to a brand new episode.
You probably did.
We started talking about the shirt right away, so
I didn't notice it. I thought it was hilarious. The fact that you had one of those.
We got a lot to talk about though. Usually now, I'll say the last couple episodes we came in hot talking about a lot of things that brought some negative energy, a lot of things that made us angry. We're gonna get to that, but we're gonna start off with something light. We got a link. We got an article. Bleacher Report gave us one reason why we shouldn't overlook every NFL team this season.
Well, that's just. Who's writing articles?
You want to know? Do you want me to give you the name of the author?
No.
Okay.
Brian Stevenson.
Really close. All right. One reason.
Was I close?
No, but his name's David. Brian David. Sure. Like, yeah.
Whatever. Works. Same.
One reason every NFL team shouldn't be overlooked in 2024. Buffalo Bills. Stability on defense. Since the receiving corp is a new look, Buffalo will be leaning especially heavily on Josh Allen to guide the offense. Fortunately for him, the Bills aren't entirely dependent on him. As long as Buffalo can settle the secondary, its defense can be a top 10 unit for the fourth straight year. Okay. I mean, I probably wouldn't overlook the Bills for more because of Josh Allen and his talent.
I think that's a bigger thing.
Is this like
this is like hot take kind of thing.
I mean, I'm just like off the rip. Is this guy trying to be like different, or is this like?
No, I think he's saying like there are absolutes. Like Josh Allen will be pretty good, and then there's like other things. So it's not going to be like the Ravens. Lamar Jackson's good. It's going to be like.
I mean, if there's one reason.
No, I know, but this is everything but the one reason.
Okay, this does seem like everything but the one
At
reason.
least for good
But it's
teams.
not though, because okay, so Miami, a powerful offense. That makes sense. That'd be the first thing
Sure.
I'd say. I mean, more so because of Tyreek and Jalen Waddle. If as
But
long
you
as
also have questions about Tua.
Tua is a big
So he's
question.
a questionable guy.
So I mean, the wide receiver core would probably be the number one offense. Which powerful offense? I'll give it to him because, I mean, Tua. I'm not gonna say act like he's trash, but yeah, when there is like a slight drop in degrees in the temperature outside, he does like
Yeah,
become a terrible quarterback. So
sure.
I don't know. I don't know. New England Patriots defensive potential.
I feel like he's going to say that about so many teams.
Yeah, because I mean, what else
There's
would
nothing
you say?
offensively for them to look at.
No, the hope is veteran Jacoby Brissett and or Drake May and or Joe
And
Milton
or
and or
they,
Joe
they they
Milton.
they keep doing this with Jacoby Brissett's entire career, and then just tons of young quarterbacks. They're like, yeah, if we split time, they're both going to be better somehow. But
It's a repeating cycle. Like it's
it's
yeah,
it it's you can't end a cycle like this.
yeah. It's like we're gonna give Jacoby Brissett a chance because he's established.
Sure.
He's the most pro ready guy on the team.
Yeah, I
Uh,
hope he is. He's played for 12 fucking years.
but then they're 2-5 and they go, all right, let's give our rookie
Yeah.
who has a lot
Let's
more
right now
pressure
give
on
him a
him
shot.
now, and it's
Like,
probably
we knew
been
we were going to suck coming into this year, but let's suck first, then we'll give him a shot.
and let's shit on Drake May for 7 weeks because
Yes.
it doesn't
Because he
start,
didn't start.
and then when he does start and like has his first game isn't perfect, talk a bunch of shit about him, and then
Terrible
Robert
shit.
Kraft like calls for his fucking head. Like it's
There
just
goes
like
his neck. Yep, he's done.
I don't know. Yeah, so I guess
It happens so much.
defensive potential. I guess. New York Jets. Can you guess what the New York Jets one reason is?
One reason why not to overlook them.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, Aaron Rodgers.
The defense was already great.
All right, what are we doing?
So their defense was already great because they had 4.6 yards allowed per snap. And yeah, Aaron Rodgers is returning.
Yeah,
I guess they mentioned
because
that.
that's not going to take you from a non-playoff team to a playoff team. That's going to make you the same, maybe, because your defense is good.
Let's jump to the AFC North. Let's see if it gets a little better in the AFC North.
It's not.
There's a little more hope for the AFC
True.
North team, so maybe I'm gonna hope so. So Baltimore Ravens, elite balance. Okay, so
I don't.
the first sentence in this is can you imagine not immediately pointing to Lamar Jackson, which is basically we're basically said the same. He said the same thing we just said.
Yeah.
Which is like you said is you're obviously Lamar is the obvious reason.
Sure. Yeah. Exactly.
Beyond that, the defense is so good that it would be reasonable. Baltimore has consistently boasted a top tier unit in 5 of the last 6 seasons. The Ravens have finished with a top 3 mark in points allowed per game. And Jackson is a 2-time MVP in 5 seasons as the full-time starter.
And
Derrick Henry is
Derrick Henry.
So like there's this guy, Derrick Henry, who has the most yards and touchdowns out of all active running backs. And he's on that team now. So that's like a big reason why. But I will
give huge reason.
The defense is gonna be great. I can't wait.
The defense is. I mean, you guys were the number 1 defense last year. You guys are going to be absolute dogs this year. PQ can go fuck his own booty cheeks.
He can go be the enemy he supposedly wants
I'm going to go be the villain. Go be the villain. You stink. Get out of here.
Bengals, Joe Burrow is healthy. Okay. Now
that's not the most concerning thing. I mean, it's
no. That's the number one reason to not overlook the
sure.
Bengals. And if you say, hey, don't forget about the Bengals this year. Joe Burrow's healthy. I'd be like, yeah, that'd probably be the number one.
No, but I think that just their offense, and I don't know if Burrow being healthy is like the reason that they would be a top tier team.
So, okay, All right. So what would be the other reason to not overlook the Cincinnati Bengals?
Like if there was something to be said about their offense and how it's improved, if it has improved.
So, okay, I mean, so I guess okay, so I guess the uh, the assumption would be Joe Burrow being healthy would bring the Bengals offense back to its their normal selves when Joe Burrow was
Sure.
healthy prior, or whenever he was healthy prior to last season, which was a good offense.
Sure.
So, coming off of a season where Joe Burrow was hurt, Joe Burrow
For parts of
being
it.
well, I mean, he his wrist. When did that
Well,
wrist?
he did have a calf injury as well.
When did that wrist shit happen? That was pretty early, correct?
It was like 8 or 9.
I mean, that's half. So he
Maybe later.
So by halfway through the season,
Maybe later. Yeah.
And we don't know how long he hid that injury. So, I mean,
I think it was a week.
We don't know how long he hid that injury.
Sure.
It could have been something that got fucked up in week 3, and by week 7, it was like, okay, this is starting to like.
But
wow, like this is starting to hurt.
I mean, they lose Mixon. I know it's not super important for them to have a great running back, but I don't think they have
That's something.
But I don't think they have any other notable running back yet. And then I think they have all their. Do they have all their receivers back?
Yes, they have all the receivers back, but but their receivers.
And then defensively, they are not monsters.
Yeah, but see, you're listing all the reasons to overlook them. This is the one reason to not overlook them. Joe Burrow being healthy is probably the one reason to not overlook them.
That might be true.
You're like, well, are the receivers all there? Their defense isn't that good. Their running back's gone. It's like, yeah, no, that's the point.
This is why we're overlooking.
Joe Burrow is the reason.
Burrow will be healthy
to not overlook them.
That's fair. Okay, that's fair. I don't know how this works. I'm getting confused. I just want to shit on these guys.
Bro, Zach Moss. Who's their, which he's coming from Indy, which he's not. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna shit on Zach Moss. I don't.
No.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Also, who is their other receiver?
Jamar
T. And
did Tyler Boyd leave?
Boyd didn't. He either didn't sign or he's leaving. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie, because of all that drama with T. Higgins, I honestly don't remember what happened.
Nah, Tyler Boyd's a Titan. Never mind.
Okay, so he retired basically. That's good to know.
Isn't it funny that they have DeAndre Hopkins, Calvin Ridley, and now Tyler Boyd, and no one said a fucking word about him because it's completely irrelevant.
Is Calvin Ridley? Calvin Ridley is a
Titan.
Oh, God.
I mean, that's a great receiver core.
Yeah, I don't. And Will Levis, that's who's.
And you have Will Levis.
Okay, Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think?
Deshaun Watson is healthy.
Defensive strength.
All right. So what is? I don't. All right.
I don't understand.
But they want. I don't know.
Like
I don't get what this list means. But yeah, sure. Yes. You have a great defense, but that's obvious, no?
Yeah, I mean it was obvious. So I feel like I guess yeah, that's like an obvious reason. But wouldn't a more obvious reason be your starting quarterback is actually going to be healthy for once?
He's going to play, and he's not going to be suspended.
Yeah, he's going to be here. He's going to play.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't. This is. Look. I'm not gonna lie. I said
this is a confusing.
I thought this was gonna be a easy run through. Start the pod, have a little fun. I'm getting a little frustrated reading this.
I'm getting confused. I'm getting frustrated.
Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay, this just says Mike freaking Tomlin. Okay. So
all right, we can cut this off.
So they'll go 8-9, and that'll be that.
9-8.
Let's get through these. Houston Texans. The offense is even better. I'll give them that. Offense is even better. 100%.
Did they get a new running back?
I think Joe.
They did get Joe.
I think Joe Mixon went down.
Is DP still there? Pierce?
He
goes somewhere else. I don't know.
Completely sure. Anthony Richardson is back for the Colts. Okay.
Not the strength of that team.
See,
Sure.
like that's the number one thing to look forward to.
But it's not the thing to not overlook the team for.
But okay, for him and Jonathan Taylor, I mean,
I think Jonathan Taylor and Michael Pittman are more of a.
We'll
duo.
see. We'll see. I'm kind of overshitting on Anthony Richardson just because it's like I've never really seen him healthy ever for.
No one has seen him play.
So that's
like
the thing.
Full
like,
football.
If I could actually like get to see him play like 17 football games, that'd be like really cool.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if did he, like I can't even tell you if he played 17 games for Florida.
It was probably close.
I don't know if he maybe.
Well, I mean, he played a full season last year or the year before.
Okay.
It's and then what?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm
saying.
Played
a few half games the year prior to that.
Like, yeah, I don't. Exactly. So
they were flipping him and Emery the entire season that year.
Yeah. Shout out to Emery for losing the Ravens preseason game. Jaguars upgrades up front.
Wasn't that his thing back in the day? Just turning the ball over?
Yeah, pretty much every time Emory Jones touched the football, he was going to turn the football over.
Yeah.
And he did that in his first career NFL snap. Big
Jags.
roster changes. All right, Titans, big roster changes.
Sure.
Okay, I guess.
Calvin and Boyd. Whatever.
AFC West, coaching staff for the Denver Broncos, absolutely not.
Get the fuck out of here. The worst part.
This might be a joke. This has to be a joke or something, right?
No, this isn't a joke. This is some guy who spent his time doing this.
Sean Payton style isn't for everybody.
It's for nobody.
Expectations are fair, but Denver can linger in the wildcard pick. No, Denver is picking top 5 next season in the draft. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah.
Jared Stidham. That's their quarterback this year. Is that what we're doing? We're gonna sit here and pretend like they're gonna linger.
Stidham's set to start the preseason game, but I think Bo Nix is still, at least on the depth chart, Bo Nix is 1.
I saw he was 3rd.
No, he's 1 from what I saw. But also, all these dudes are kind of interchangeable. Like Bo Nix is the only one with potential.
That's what I'm saying.
So
it's like the same shit. Like one reason to overlook Minnesota, the fact that they're wasting their time with Sam Darnold.
Well, yeah. Why are we wasting our time with Stidham, Darnold, Brissett?
I can't wait to see what they say about Minnesota. So let's see. Okay, so Kansas City. Is anyone overlooking Kansas City? Great question. Next team, Raiders defensive identity. Nope. Chargers. No. Jim Harbaugh wins. I mean,
that's your reasoning. Jim Harbaugh wins.
So not like the fact that Justin Herbert has like top 5 talent, and
the fact that they have 4 reasonably good receivers, 2 they drafted, and then 2 great running backs.
They have a 2-headed backfield that hopefully at least spends 1 season not complaining about money. J.K. Dobbins at least.
Sure.
But yeah, no. Jim Harbaugh, I mean, it's cool. It's cool. But I mean, I wouldn't say that's the top reason. Dallas Cowboys, elite talent at the top.
Who?
Ceedee Lamb.
Who else?
Micah Parsons. And then it says, we can bicker about Dak, but he's clearly a quality QB. Which quality and elite
is different.
I think elite talent at the top and quality.
I think that's why he changed the wording.
Yeah. So Ceedee Lamb and Micah, which we're going to talk about Ceedee Lamb in a little bit, but
Ceedee might not be a cowboy.
So Micah Parsons is the reason to not overlook. I mean, that's okay. I mean, as a guy, as one person. So yeah, so their DPOY candidate next season will be the reason not overlook them, I guess. Pass rushing upside for the Giants.
Like saying Myles Garrett is the reason that the Browns are the best team.
It's kind of what they said.
I know, which I don't agree with.
Giants, pass rushing upside. Okay. Eagles, experience in coordinators.
Why are we doing that?
Not Saquon Barkley.
It's not Saquon or their fucking receiving core.
All right, Devin. Washington. God, I swear I'm not drunk. Washington Commanders.
Jaden?
It's a new era.
Oh, I don't want to hear that
Dan
shit.
Quinn brings a different type of energy.
Do not bring up our head coach if we're talking about a new era.
Jaden Daniels is a unique type of playmaker. The defense is loaded with fresh options because nobody knows who's starting yet. Bringing all of that together in year one is a challenge for sure. But Houston showed in 2023 that it can be achieved even with a new coach and rookie QB. There you go.
Don't get all Houston on me now. I didn't even think about that.
Washington Commander.
I mean, Houston played so well last year that we kind of just put them in as an established team. Midway through.
We did.
Midway through, we were like, this is a good fucking team. Well, they're good.
They were on pace for a minute, with the Deshaun Watson era, and then it fell off quick.
Yeah,
and then it picked back up because it kind of was expected.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I wouldn't say expected.
No,
but I think
midway through the season, it was this is obviously something real, and this isn't a fluke, and this isn't this is an organization that can do good things with young talent, and they will. And
exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. I think it was obvious that it wasn't fluky.
And D'Amico being in that spot, with his player background, with the way that he ran that team last year, it's pretty cool. But
finally, the NFC North, Chicago Bears influx of offensive talent.
Agreed.
Okay, Detroit Lions breakout looks sustainable.
Sure.
Okay. All right, 2 for 2.
What are they going to say about the Packers? Get this out of here.
Youth propelled the late season ascent.
Of who?
Of the Packers?
Of Green Bay? Sure.
Green Bay's youth won't be lacking confidence after turning a 2-5 record into a 9-8 finish with a playoff win in nearly 2. Every projected starter for this offense entered the NFL no earlier than 2019. Only 3 defenders don't fit that criteria, and the oldest, Preston Smith, is only 31 years old.
I'm going to be honest. The Packers were way flukier than the Texans felt. And the way that the Packers get talked about, they get talked about in the same breath as the Texans, and I hate it.
Oh.
Because I at no point during that season I felt like the Packers were a force.
Now, okay,
before the Texans got injured, they felt like a real force.
There was definitely a time where it was okay,
sure.
All right, the Packers are on a little run, but it was never it never was I never looked at I don't Jordan Love, I think CJ's better already.
But yeah, I agree.
Sure, Jordan Love's been in the NFL longer, sat behind Aaron Rodgers. They both have had one full season.
Yeah.
And one was a rookie, one
was 4 years
Aaron Rodgers.
Yes, exactly.
So I mean, I don't know.
So I don't know how I feel about I sat behind this guy, I sat behind this. I feel maybe it can help a little bit, but it's not determining your future as a quarterback.
The Vikings.
What is it?
Skill position upside.
Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson is a sensational wideout, and Jordan Addison played well in his rookie year. TJ Hawkinson is among the league's top tight ends. They got running back Aaron Jones, who is going to pull his hamstring week 3. That might be the last bingo card thing. Aaron Jones, he will have a lingering hamstring injury all season. I promise you.
Something.
As someone who has owned him multiple seasons in fantasy, I promise you, it is going to happen.
But also, it's now he's on a worse team.
Yeah, he is on a worse team.
He has an incentive to just be fuck this.
Yeah, so that's another reason for him to be yeah, no, I pulled my hammy. I'm done.
Yeah.
Minnesota needs to determine if Sam Darnold or rookie J.J. McCarthy is the right QB in 2024, which would probably be the number one reason to overlook them.
Yes.
I don't know.
I'm when it comes to the quarterback situations, I always stand on the side of the younger quarterbacks because I don't know. It's rare that a quarterback like a Sam Darnold has like a resurgence that lasts more than 6 weeks. Like he could have a good 6 weeks or maybe 8 weeks, but he's not going to pull out a full 17 game season, take a team to the playoffs, and do whatever. Especially with this Minnesota team. So
Dude, I feel like
pass the torch, do whatever.
I feel like 6 is like
a lot,
like giving.
No, that's a lot.
Like Thanksgiving, like you're
no,
like
agreed.
I don't
like
know
that's
if he's
best case scenario, 6 good games.
I don't know if Sam Darnold will do anything this season. Like I don't think.
But the thing is, it's like I'd rather have my starter, like my rookie, go in, maybe not have the best first half, and then if you find any potential, you can put Sam in. But you're not going to get anything from Sam that's worth it at any point for the entire season.
And if Jordan Love is as good as everybody says he is, and in part of his experience and just playing the QB2 role, played a factor in that, and people try to use that as an example.
Yeah,
sitting behind Sam Darnold is
no help.
And I'm not gonna lie, Trey Lance sitting behind Dak Prescott,
not a help.
I mean, I feel like that is just a toxic locker room. Like
it's gonna be terrible. But it's like two dudes looking in the mirror. Like we're kind of okay, maybe. I don't know. We're not the best.
We're not elite top talent or however Dave.
No, we get looked at like we should be good and we stink. But I mean, I think Indy did it the right way last year, and yes, Anthony Richardson got hurt, but Indy wasn't looking at the situation going, "Hey, we got Gardner Minshew who's a good enough quarterback. Well, why not start him the whole year?" Now they probably would have had a better record had they done that. But
now you go. We're gonna start JJ McCarthy because that's the quarterback we drafted, and that's who we think is going to be the guy.
Future of this organization.
And we have a quality backup in Sam Darnold. Okay.
It's a perfect situation. It's exactly what they did in Indy.
Yeah, we have a quality
great backup in Minshew.
Yeah, and now it's Vegas battling over Gardner and Aiden O'Connell.
O'Connell should not. No, he's not a future quarterback of shit.
I don't know, but I have no.
You have more potential in Minshew.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna. I have no clue what the Raiders are going to do.
I guess what they're doing as an organization.
They'll probably. I mean, I'm assuming they'll probably split those reps. I don't know when their game is. I don't know if it's Saturday or Sunday, but I'm assuming they're probably splitting reps.
Probably, yeah.
They probably do not know who is going to be QB1 yet.
I think they should know, and I think it should be. I think Minshew earned a spot on that team.
Yeah, I think Gardner Minshew is. If we're talking the most pro-ready guy, needs to be the starter. Okay, Gardner Minshew.
Minshew was 2 plays away from making the playoffs last year.
All right, NFC South, Falcons, Kirk Cousins arrival. Yup. Panthers refreshed offense. I don't know about that. Saints promising end of 2023. Okay,
no.
So their last 5 games they went 4-1.
So you're telling me the whole victory formation thing is a promising?
Wait, can I just look at the Saints schedule 2023? I want to see what their last 5 games were, and I'm really interested in if they were like 5 teams that could care less about the rest of the season.
It's probably 5 teams that couldn't give a fuck.
So okay, let's look. So the last 5 games where they went 4-1, they beat the Panthers.
Cool.
They beat the Giants.
Yep, didn't care.
They lost to the Rams.
Team that cared.
They beat the Bucks.
A team that cared, sure.
And then they beat the Falcons.
Team that did not care. So, 3 teams that didn't care.
So, yeah, no. I'm going to big fat no stamp on that. And then Tampa Bay, Baker has options.
What does that mean? He has the same receiving core as last year.
Okay, Tampa reinforced the offense with 3 rookies in the first 4 rounds. Okay.
Really?
I guess that's so they're banking on their rookies next to Mike Evans, I'm assuming.
The thing is, offensively, you don't need rookies. You have Mike Evans and Chris Godwin.
The Cardinals, Gannon has a plan.
Gannon has dick. What are we talking about?
Gannon has a
Gannon doesn't
plan.
have shit. He
Gannon
has
has a
shit for
plan.
friends.
Gannon has a plan, Devin. Rams, so much offense.
Yes.
Okay.
Tons of. Yes.
49ers, again, who's doubting? Okay, see, more
No.
than
Just because they're in the Super Bowl doesn't mean that we can't fucking doubt this team. This is
because
the oldest team in
yeah,
football.
yeah.
Like, Christian McCaffrey is still injury prone, who's basically your entire fucking team. I don't know. I mean, the jury's still not out on how good Brock Purdy is, especially if a guy goes down. You still don't know if you have Brandon Aiyuk. You still don't know how well Debo's going to play or if he's going to be healthy next year. This team has a ton of questions.
Yeah.
It's the oldest team in football. This team could be shot.
Again, who's doubting? I mean,
I'm doubting.
I mean, there's definitely you can't do the again like it's the same as the Chiefs.
No, it's not the same as the
Like
Chiefs.
I don't know. The Chiefs have more expectations. I don't know.
But the Chiefs have built something that really can't die just yet. The 49ers are walking on a real tightrope. They're walking on real thin ice for how much time this team has left.
We're talking about a team that appeared last season and lost, and a team that is trying to win their third Super Bowl in a row. So
yeah, and a team that hasn't changed much, and if anything, has gotten a lot better. Because last year they kind of stunk.
Seahawks defensive wizardry. All right.
What they're just saying that because they hired a DC as the head coach.
Yeah, I mean, you did say most of these are going to be because of are going to be defense.
What's the easiest thing to go? Oh, they have a good defense. So.
Yeah, not because of DK or Tyler Lockett or no. Geno potentially being able
or
to
maybe a great maybe a healthy Kenneth Walker year.
And that's it. That's all the teams. That's the one reason to not overlook every NFL team, Devin. That was bad.
Who's asking that question?
I mean, it's definitely an interesting thing. If it was like, all right, give me one reason why not, why I shouldn't doubt each team.
Sure.
If you want to actually sit and come up, you could. And that's kind of what we did. Was like, no, maybe it should be this, but maybe
it doesn't need to be that deep.
Just the assumption, oh well, the Patriots defense is gonna be dominant. It's I mean, we don't know that.
We don't know that.
We have zero clue how dominant the defense. I
mean, and at the same time, it's like, yeah, Burrow's healthy right now.
That's another thing. Well,
how long do we know that?
Knock on wood.
Okay, sure.
So I guess they cover their ass.
So that's exactly what I said. Okay.
So yeah, it's Joe Burrow's healthy right now.
Currently, yes.
Right now,
we don't know if he's going to be healthy in a week.
All right, Devin. You know what we got to talk about.
I already got it pulled
up. So.
I mean, I'm ashamed that he wears our flag.
That is crazy.
I'm ashamed that he did this and wore our flag.
That is crazy to say.
I don't care.
No, it's fine. But that was okay. So all right, Noah Lyles.
I just thought I saw him wearing on the flag, and I just thought about that.
So Noah Lyles, he finishes third. He finishes third in the 200-meter dash.
Yeah.
And I mean, how do you want to break this down? Because we have been going in on bro for weeks now.
Yeah.
We've almost ran out of things to say because it's like, okay, he wins gold by 1,000th or 1,000th of a second.
All right, well, I will say this: he basically ties the second guy, and this is pre-COVID diagnosis. So you were just as good as the other guy. The other guy was just as good as you. It was literally millimeters. Pre-COVID, you're telling me that that's your peak pre-COVID. And then your peak COVID is still third best in the Olympics.
Well,
and I'm wondering why it went wrong, why he didn't. Number one, why he raced and why he couldn't.
So I mean, first thing is like, so he had COVID.
Apparently, he had tested positive 2 days prior.
Just him.
Just him. Who gave him COVID?
Nobody else.
So
Tested positive.
immediately when he tested positive, they quarantined him. You're telling me that no one else that he was around tested anywhere near positive? I haven't heard a word about COVID this entire Olympics.
Okay.
Not once.
Okay.
And then not only did he have COVID, they're saying he had 102 fever.
Okay. So
they're spinning this like he won bronze because of like all of his because of adversity. Like he still did this well because of it. It was so adverse.
Devin, we're gonna have to hear the next 4 years. I
can guarantee you he won't be in the next Olympics doing anything remotely close to what he did.
There will be a sentence, if it hasn't already came out yet, I guarantee you there will be a sentence where it's going to be like, I shouldn't even have been in that race.
You raced.
No, like I'm telling you, it's going to be like, I know. Like, man, I was so sick, I shouldn't even have been in that race. I'm telling you,
that's basically what it is.
The next 4 years, we're going to have to hear about how Noah Lyles won bronze, even though he was a little sick.
But that's what a lot of people do when it happens a lot when they talk a lot of shit that you're the fastest in the world, and then you get beat by a good bit.
So he gets beat.
And you get beat by your countryman, your teammate.
I'm just saying.
And then you go lay on the ground.
Immediately make it about you.
Immediately go lay on the ground.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. He didn't look sick prior to the race. He didn't look sick days before. He didn't look sick anything. He didn't look sick until he ran for 40 seconds.
Devin, he didn't.
That's when he looked sick.
Devin, he didn't look sick.
Or 20 seconds.
He didn't look sick after the first time they ran the 200.
No.
He looked fine.
He ran the semi. And he won silver.
And he looked fine.
Well, he didn't win silver, but he was second in his semi. And he didn't bitch about being sick.
Man, and he didn't look dehydrated, nothing.
Nope.
But
instead after from 20 seconds prior when he wasn't dehydrated to 20 seconds after, he fell to the ground and needed a water.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but if you're
and then needed to sit in a fucking wheelchair.
So if you're like the best athlete of all time in some people's eyes, because I'm not gonna lie, we've had these track people harassing the podcast. So
sure.
Shout out to all of them because your goat got dehydrated and
well, I thought he was gonna. I thought when he was in a wheelchair, I thought he'd like cried injury or whatever. This is worse because we can't prove that anything happened.
But he's a top tier athlete.
He's a top tier athlete.
Whether you want to put him in the same breath as an NBA player or not, he's a top tier athlete who, he was hydrated.
1,000% he was hydrated.
And he
didn't need water. Every other athlete out there, every other track athlete can run 20 seconds and not need a water immediately.
Yeah, dude.
Regardless of what ails you.
I mean, how many times have we seen him celebrating after running, and or any track star, like, hey, I just ran really fast, and I'm good because,
I'm going to go run around the track more. I'm going to go celebrate.
Yeah, I'm going to go run around and celebrate. But if I lose,
yeah,
I'm going to go collapsing immediately, and I'm going to need a wheelchair. And
did you see him? He grabbed the water and was like,
dude, it was the most.
It was the saddest, fucking stupidest video ever.
It was the most.
But I mean, it makes sense that he would make this about himself. Why would it not? I mean, this is his race. He's the third fastest ever in this race.
But I mean, he shot himself in the foot. Like, I mean,
but I can't think of anyone who would back this type of behavior, and then to back out of the 4x100.
Oh yeah, and because he can't.
Because you were good enough to race the day before, but you're not good enough to race the day after.
Yeah, you're that fucked up.
Also, no one told you to race.
And also,
your teammate beat you.
I think just after everything he said about how great of an athlete he was and how he's the third fastest person in the world, and nobody's
Ever.
close
No,
to
ever.
ever, and or alive on this planet ever. I
No,
don't know what
ever.
he
No,
said.
ever.
Either way, in by the way, one specific measurement.
Yes, one race.
200 meters.
And not the race that we judge the fastest man in the, like, we don't, the fastest man ever was Usain. Well, he has the record for both. And he's still alive.
Either way, he talked all this shit. Like, I'm telling you, like, and I know at this point, it's just like, it's obvious if we're gonna bring up someone like LeBron every time we talk about Noah Lyles, because that's just an easy athlete. That's obviously a greater athlete than Noah to compare him to.
Yeah.
If LeBron, if it came out after a bad game that he was sick, people would have been shitting on him.
No one would care
for the next month, and I promise you, would have been comparing that to the flu game, Michael Jordan's flu game. Which, okay, I'll tell you this right now: flu game over COVID bronze medal, or what is
bronze medal? Yeah.
COVID race, like the COVID.
Because
flu game over COVID 200-meter dash. Because what did Mike? What was? Well, I'm because I'm obviously I'm an NBA casual. I don't know exactly what Mike's stat line was for the flu game.
It was like 35 and something.
But I'm saying, like, okay, so Michael Jordan either was hungover, had food poisoning, or had the flu, and just fucking goes crazy,
torched the Jazz or
on
whatever.
A basketball court, which, mind you,
38, 7, and 5.
Constant back and forth. Imagine being sick, like,
and playing for 44 straight minutes.
Imagine your sickest moments in life, Devin, where your lungs just cannot even barely take a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Would you rather sprint 200 meters or play 44 minutes of 5-on-5 full court basketball and drop and by the way, drop 38 points?
I can't run 200 meters in 20 seconds.
Nobody said you had to.
But I can run 200 meters and not be dehydrated. And I can guarantee you that I can run 200 meters if I had 102 fever and then not collapse.
I would not need a wheelchair.
I would not need a wheelchair. I would not need to be wheeled off. Also, show no signs of sickness prior to the race.
Yeah.
Like, if I showed up with 102 fever, you'd see it. I'd look like dog shit.
It's just, I don't know. It was.
There's no heat. You can tell when someone has 100. Your body is shutting down when you have 102 fever.
Yeah.
You can't look and act normal.
Yeah. No.
So if you truly had one, you wouldn't be the third fastest man in the Olympics.
And also, why is he in the Olympics if he has COVID?
Why are you racing? What made you think that you could race this one, but not the one after that?
And why
wouldn't you be better after 2-3 days?
Well, I mean, after all that shit he talked, he had to race. He had to race this. He had to run it.
He had to race. And then now he had an excuse ready.
Yeah. Oh, he had an excuse. So I mean,
dude,
it was.
There's no way that he wanted to win this race after he found out, if he even had COVID.
Yeah.
COVID's already so fucking dog shit that you're gonna cry COVID 4 years later during the Olympics and no one else has COVID.
No, dude,
0 people. You're in a village with all fucking millions of people. There's millions of people in Paris right now, and no one else in the entire fucking city has COVID. But you got the short end, brother.
Dude, crying COVID in 2024 is sick. That is crazy.
In an athletic competition where no one else has cried COVID.
Which I mean, and like I've said, like we talked about, it's like athletes have been sick before and have had to play in their sport or in their game or whatever or perform. Like, it's like, I don't know why all of a sudden Noah Lyles is. You know what?
I hate that
he wasn't sick.
No, I don't think he was either. But I hate that like, people like him, like, overlook the actual good athletes of the U.S., of the Olympics. Like, his dog. Like, we're not talking about the dude who won the race. because Noah Lyles took that from him essentially
Yeah.
by saying, "I was sick. I would have won if I wasn't sick."
I don't know who won.
Some dude from Botswana. But he was like, "Yeah, I'm not the face of." He's like, "I'm fast, but I'm not the face of running because I'm not an arrogant prick like Noah Lyles or whatever."
Yeah, I don't know who. Yeah, go ahead.
But then you have the U.S. just won the gold in the 400. No one said a word about him. Someone Holloway, and then you got that lady who just set a world record in the hurdles, the 400 hurdles. She's a fucking animal. But we're not talking. We're talking about the dude who's
not in the
causing
Olympics.
problems, who backed out of the Olympics,
who's officially not in the Olympics anymore.
How do you get to the Olympics and then back out of an event?
How are you
that rarely
supposed
happens.
to be on this level of
athleticism?
I don't know. I know I might be seem like I'm glazing, but it's what he said. He said the average person is closer to LeBron, so that's what I'm going to reference.
Sure.
To actually feel that way about yourself,
yeah,
and to think and to pull out of the Olympic. I mean, honestly, this just really shows bro does not give a fuck.
Like, no, I don't think he. No, like, I think he cares. I think he cares what people think of him, and I think that's why he took this weird stumble tumble, and he's afraid of people not liking him. He's not afraid of people not liking him, but he's afraid of being out of the public eye. He posted something on Instagram after the race. He said, something happened. I wish the race went better. Congrats to my teammate and the dude from Botswana, all this shit. And he says, but you watched, didn't you? Didn't you watch? It's like, no, we didn't fucking watch. We heard about it on the news. No one's watching dick.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I'm not sitting down and watching it.
I did.
We heard about it. We heard that you lost.
We talked about it.
Shut the fuck up.
We talked a lot of shit. I guess we'll see you in 4 years.
We won't.
Because this is it. Like this is it, Evan.
Yeah.
We milked this topic as much as we possibly could.
No, this is the last week. We don't need to talk about him. There's nothing There's nothing that he will do over the next 4 years that is talk worthy.
Nothing. So there you go. Let's talk about another Olympic
world
sport.
Champions of what?
Let's talk about another Olympic sport, and that's Team USA basketball.
Yeah, that was fucking scary. Dude, I had to watch that game. I had to will us, because otherwise I was gonna shit my pants. I was so afraid.
Scared the shit out of
me. But do you want to know why I was like super? Like I got really nervous.
What made you nervous?
I got nervous for like myself, like because the same day that Noah Lyles took bronze, we were about to lose to Serbia and be in a bronze medal match. I was so fucking scared.
Yeah.
After we had talked all this shit that the U.S. has the best athletes in the world and all this garbage, and then we were about to get fucking blitzed by Serbia by fucking 17 points. I was so scared.
So you texted me and you're like, "Yo, USA is not looking too good." Yeah. I throw it on. And because I didn't even realize, like, I forget. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I forget, like, because of the time. It's
so hard because nothing's prime time.
I think the Puerto Rico game, like, I didn't know until it was over. Like, it happened, and I was like,
most of these games I don't know until they're over. Yeah.
And then down 13 entering the fourth quarter.
They were down 11 at the half.
What did Curry have? 36.
Curry 38.
Jesus Christ, dude.
So maybe 39.
Curry has an absolute amazing game.
He hit 9 threes, I think.
Yeah, 9 threes.
9 for 16.
And I'm not gonna lie though, when they were down 13, even though they were down 13, when they put I mean because when they started that fourth quarter, it was KD,
Bron, Steph. Yep.
Those three on the court together.
And Embiid. Embiid and Ant, I think.
It was
AD.
Yeah. AD was in. It was a
work was in at some point. Yeah, but dude, Embiid was hitting beauties of mid range.
Just like the LeBron with the fade, and then Kate or Steph with a three, and then KD with a crossover and pull up midi. It's just like
it was
best
peak
of
basketball.
All of them, like just
it
the
was
best.
it was the best basketball you could have seen.
Bro.
And honestly, I'm a little glad that like that had to be pulled out of Team USA, because now when we go into France, when we go face France, we're not going to be shocked like if they have to step up. They know where they need to get to play the best.
But it's like, do you not feel, and maybe it's just me coping, but I kind of feel like and it seemed like this from the jump. Like they're like the game starts and Team USA is like, all right, this is cool. Like we play basketball. And then like if they are losing, they're like, oh shit, like we gotta like give a fuck for a second. Like we gotta like, all right.
We have to like be the best.
All right, let's try for like 5 minutes and get out of here. Like
we'll
that's really what it seems like.
I know.
And I know like the pressure was on. Like they cut it close. Like I'm not sitting here saying, "Oh, Team USA."
When that fourth quarter hit, it was, but it's like there's only so much. Like something like that situation has to pull that out of these guys, because otherwise, they're playing just regular FIBA basketball against Serbia or whatever.
Like, okay, do I think Team USA doesn't step on the gas for most of the game? For sure.
Yeah.
But do I think they didn't expect Serbia to fucking cash out the way they were cashing out? I don't think they were.
I think that Serbia is a tougher test than France, just with the way that Jokic runs a basketball game. Like that's, I don't know. Props to Serbia.
Yeah, and also it's like, all right, like I get it, like Wemby, cool, next generational.
But Gobert is not a threat by any means,
dude.
All these NBA guys know how to shut him down, and all of them.
Dude, they cannot. They are probably so excited to go at Rudy Gobert's fucking neck. Like
someone's gonna hit. Someone's gonna put one on Rudy.
They're.
I hope Ant does what Kobe did to Pau Gasol. Just runs straight through his fucking chest.
Yeah, I mean, I look, I don't care who has a good game. I don't care who drops 38. I don't care if everybody drops 10. As long as those fuckers win gold, we don't got nothing to worry about. Because like they're winning gold, right?
We're winning gold.
Like, but like for sure, right?
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Like I think. Like
imagine how terrible, just for the country, for everybody. Like if we had lost to Serbia, I don't think that they even want to get close to that feeling again. I think we're going to put the absolute piss on the France. They're not going to be close. They're not going to be in that down situation, because that was very scary.
Even though Team USA won, KD still had to get his rants off on Twitter.
What?
I don't know if you
saw.
About
what?
So,
dude, KD he's on Twitter all the time. I never see any of it. I don't have a Twitter.
So Kevin Durant, I guess. So it was like 4 a.m.
on his actual account, or like one of his burners.
No, on his account. So he gets on. Let's see if they have all of the tweets.
KD Trey 5.
Let's see. So Serbia. Okay, so KD's up and he starts. He's talking shit to people. Let's just go over some tweets. Because there was a conversation that there's a back and forth that I want to get to, but let's see. Serbia took the most talented team in history of the planet to the wire with a medal on the line. Team USA was a 16-point favorite. The whole country should be proud. Katie, 5:09 a.m. Where are you from? Question mark. I don't know what that is. Kevin Durant waking up at 5 a.m. from one of the most beautiful cities on earth to hate tweet is simply generational hater. We've never seen anything like this, and we never will again. Okay, see, I want to. Okay, see, okay, they're showing all that. I want to see the
now, did KD say that Serbia was good, or did someone else say
that? So KD started going back and forth with with somebody. Okay, here. Here we go. Here's the meat and potatoes. So 5 a.m. in Paris. So this person said, cheering against Team USA. You mean like all of those Americans who are making fun of Noah Lyles not winning gold in his latest race? Yes. Good old double standards. Just admit you hate the fact that Jokic is clearly the best player in the world. Which being
He's
angry that Noah Lyles, or being angry that Jokic is the best player in the world, can not mean you want it to be an American player. Like, or it doesn't mean you want it to be an American player. And I also don't think wanting Noah Lyles to not win gold means you don't want another American to. It's just, honestly,
it's this American. It's not
a
an
personal
American.
beef. This ain't an
It's
American thing.
this
This is
American.
it's
Like
a
if we
personal
took the
thing.
flag off of him, we would just call him.
Like if we
It has
were
nothing to do with our country.
if we were anti-America, it would be no. You run
Everybody from America,
yeah.
but instead we're anti Noah Lyles.
So Kevin Durant, to all you Nuggets fans, nobody gives a fuck who y'all lames believe is the best player in the league. Players got major respect for Yoke. We don't worship him like y'all do, but most are in awe of his brilliance. Trolling you cornballs for rooting against us is a part of the game. It says show more. Oh, God, he was up. Is a part of the game. Deal with it. Okay, that's what he just said. Deal with it. It just kept going. So he goes on to say, where are we at with it? Learned a lot about US. Okay, this is another response to KD, basically, or KD responded to this tweet saying, learned a lot about US sports culture today. A lot of flexing for only just beating a nation of 6.6 million in a sport they invented, acting like Jokic fans are committing treason. We here would never do this to a small Pacifica nation in rugby league. We embrace the competition.
Fuck everything you're about, whoever that guy is.
Let's talk about the fan culture that's been created recently. A lot of huge egos who believe they're the reason for the advancement of a sport. A lot of idol worship, a lot of hate and division based off wins and losses, a lot of disrespect of the work putting in by these athletes, mostly by people who
when have we ever given a fuck about work put in by athletes? We give a shit about results, and that's it.
Mostly by people who don't know what it takes to be good at anything besides talking. Go do something, get out of the way. Now that's where I have a little bit of a problem with Kevin Durant, because okay, now I got a problem with running my mouth on the internet sometimes.
Sure,
some people do, but Kevin Durant likes to go at people on Twitter that disagree with him.
Yes. Now he gets he starts to, like, I don't know, he generalizes a lot. So he'll talk shit about the people who talk shit about him or talk shit about his sport or whatever, and then he just turns that into, y'all don't appreciate the work we put in.
And then I'm not going to keep reading the back and forth, but that guy basically responds with kind of my feeling was, no, the fans are the reason, like, you are who you are. If you didn't have fans, you wouldn't make the absurd amount of money you'd be making to play a sport. No. You wouldn't, like, the fans are the reason. And to be honest, shit.
I don't think he might not realize that.
I mean, from me and you to Stephen A. Smith and everybody else in between, we all play a factor in sports conversations and keeping sports relevant in certain aspects of sports relevant, and certain conversations relevant, certain topics relevant, certain players relevant.
It's a reason that like women play the same exact game, and they make a lot less money. Like, it could go that way for the men.
It easily could.
It could be that possible.
And the thing is, it's like, yes, I don't think people realize, like, people obviously appreciate what Kevin Durant can and has done.
1,000%.
It's like,
it's one of the best basketball players ever.
But at the same time, it's like, you can't expect to go on Twitter and have people just be like, good game, Kevin.
Yeah, no,
Like,
not on Twitter.
Like, do you think people aren't going to be bashing the shit out
I
of
don't know.
you?
He's
Like,
always had that kind of.
he's always on Twitter.
And he's always taking the same stance and talking about the same shit. Like, why don't you come out here and do it? You never done shit.
But that's such a lazy. And
I know it's the same thing every time.
And I watched the video, and they were making a lot of good points, saying, a lot of you athletes have terrible takes. So if
A lot too.
if regular people can have bad takes, and athletes can have bad takes, and regular people can have good takes, and athletes can have good takes, doesn't really matter who's in the NBA and who's not. Especially when it's like, you know, I don't know. We all know you don't have to be in the NFL to talk about the NFL. But and they also pointed out that apparently Kevin Durant has a podcast with some like NBA casual like Twitter guy, not casual, but like just an
KD
NBA,
has a podcast,
like an NBA like just a guy that has no ties to being a player or anything. It's just a guy that talks.
Sure. As he would say.
Which would prove, a lot of the, like, to me, like, rooting against one American and rooting for another, like, all right, if people want to, whatever, you want to call that double standards. To me, the biggest double standard is Kevin Durant, like, I don't know, blatantly, like, telling people to shut up and stop talking, like, period. Like, it seems like when he says it, it's like across the board, like, all y'all need to just shut up.
Yes.
When it's something said that he disagrees with, and then if if things are going well in Kevin Durant world, he ain't saying shit.
Nope.
He everything's good. So yeah, I would say like maybe I don't know, maybe bro is just a little lit. It was 5 a.m.
I don't know if he was. I don't know where we're like. Was it 5 a.m. there or 5 a.m.
It was 5 a.m. there.
Oh.
It was 5 a.m. there.
Day after the game.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess so maybe he was turning up or was still up, or I don't know what was going on.
But yeah, I don't know who this Eddie Gonzalez guy is, but yeah, he's not a hooper.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Eddie Gonzalez.
Also, why do we not talk about? Why have we never heard about KD's podcast?
Bro, because Kevin Durant is the most boring person to listen to talk. I'm not gonna lie. Look, I fuck with Kevin Durant. We've watched Kevin Durant fucking our entire basketball fandom lives or whatever you want to call it. But listening to Kevin Durant talk is like he is just very monotone, and he's just like, bro, it's just I don't know, like I showed Speed talking to me, bro, just get off my dick, bro. Like, what
yeah. Like, on my dick, yo.
Like that was a hard watch.
Also, the last time KD was on this podcast was a year ago.
Either way, Kevin Durant has obviously done content with somebody that he feels has a good view on basketball and isn't in the NBA. So obviously his stance on you're not in the NBA, shut up, is only based on if he agrees with your take.
Yes.
If he agrees with your take, it's okay that you didn't play in the NBA.
Yes.
If he doesn't agree with your take, you're an idiot. You don't know how to do anything but talk, and you should probably delete your Twitter account because only athletes who are
shut your mouth
can tweet.
But no, I don't know. I feel like KD's like Twitter shit is like separate from like the rest of the shit. So I don't know. I like KD for everything but Twitter garbage.
Yeah.
KD's great.
KD's probably. KD is just.
And honestly, I'm not going to judge him for 5 a.m. tweets.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
It's a weird thing.
I'm not gonna lie,
bro. But also,
bro.
he's a weird burner account type of dude.
Like, see, but this wasn't no burner. This was KD Trey. This was him on his account.
KD Trey
talking his shit. 5 a.m. Those 6 a.m. You wake up a little pissed off.
Either you woke up to tweets, or you would been up all night and you've been scheming what to write. But he probably woke up to that.
Staying up all night and then tweeting at 5 a.m. Like, I wouldn't have the energy to like.
No, that's different.
Like, wait for a reply.
But if you woke up and you're like, motherfucker, shut up.
Yeah. See, you wake up to 100 acts about how Serbia damn near.
I feel like that's every day.
Yeah, Kevin Durant. Well, I mean, you just block or mute most notifications, anyways. I'm sure. All right, let's move on from Olympics, Team USA talk. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Devin. I thought this would be the last, or should I say, I didn't think this would be a topic again. I didn't think we would be talking about this person again, especially when it came to rumors.
Tatum.
Who?
Oh no, never mind.
Who'd you say?
Well, I was just saying Jason Tatum.
Nah, Jason Tatum is nah. I'm not.
Apparently, Jason Tatum's mom was like, "Steve Kerr, you need to play my son." So
that's funny.
Tatum.
That is funny, but I mean,
yeah.
Like I said, I just got a chip. I'll ride the bench for a gold medal.
Also, some other players on that team who are still pretty good.
Well, I mean, it's just, and now, well, no, just sit here and go, okay, if you think Anthony Edwards is good enough to play.
Sure, Tatum is good enough to play on this team, for sure. But, I don't know. Maybe clearly they don't have a thing bad about, Drew and Derek White are playing.
Well, I mean, also, who else are you going to put at those spots, though, you know?
Yeah, true.
You need. I mean, they play different positions, so I feel like that's a little
Tatum.
But either way, Tatum is probably in the most loaded spot on that. Whatever position is, I'd say the forward position is probably the most loaded, loaded position on that roster. So yeah, I mean,
by a lot.
Whatever.
It's the most loaded position in basketball, really.
I'm not worried about the Tatum shit.
Who cares?
Something...
Now, if we lose and Tatum doesn't play, then sure they can say whatever the fuck they want, but whatever.
Something that I did not think we would be talking about again. That is Brandon Aiyuk.
What, being traded?
Brandon Aiyuk, potential. And this is all potential. Why? Because right before the podcast, like right before I started writing down, taking notes, I got an alert. Saints reportedly,
Patriots.
49ers reportedly could try to, keep Brandon Aiyuk. I just got, a couple hours ago, I just got that report.
What, today?
Yes, that the Niners, they are still considering working things out with him and keeping him on the roster.
They've been considering that the entire offseason.
But they came out and doubled down on that after all these trade rumors came out.
Sure. Well, there was the Pats.
So it was Patriots and Browns. There were apparently offers on the table.
The Browns one is very new to me. I'm just seeing this.
The Browns offered a second, fourth. It was a second and a fourth.
Cooper.
Yeah, okay, a second, a fourth, and Amari Cooper.
For Brandon Aiyuk.
The Niners want 2 first-round picks and a receiver.
And not just any receiver. They want an Amari Cooper receiver.
The Steelers are willing to give up 2 first-round picks, but they don't really have a receiver to give up.
They don't have anybody to give up.
Now, I'm looking to give them
because Deontay's gone and they're not getting rid of Pickens.
Ooh, they have Van Jefferson.
Maybe.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't really know who.
But that means if we traded for him, they want Terry in 2 first rounds, which would kill our organization.
Fuck that.
That would put us behind the 8 ball for years. We can get the same production out of Terry. We don't need Brandon Aiyuk.
If there was a scenario where if the Commanders were like, all right, what do y'all want for them? And the Niners are like 2 first rounds and Terry, and Commanders went, absolutely fucking not.
Yeah.
If that happened, good for y'all.
No, I hope that if that does get brought up, we say that because, again, Terry can put up the same offensive production, and we won't have to waste our future on Brandon Aiyuk for a year that no one's going to give a shit about.
I mean, maybe it's not a big deal. I kind of feel like it is. Like, why would you let that out if you're the Browns?
That you were about to trade Amari Cooper?
Like, hey, Amari.
And Brandon Aiyuk rejected it?
Hey, Amari, we fuck with you heavy, bro. Like, we really want you.
You're telling me that they were a Brandon Aiyuk thumbs up away from getting rid of Amari Cooper and 2 picks?
But I'm saying, like, what does that do to Amari Cooper? Like,
it sucks.
Mentally.
They were this close to trading him. Close.
It was basically like, yo, so, like, Brandon didn't want to come. So, I guess you're going to be around.
We'll keep you.
Like, why even say let it out that was
why even propose that?
I don't know. That's Brandon Aiyuk and it seems like we're a broken record, but it's like where else is he gonna go? So the Steelers don't have a receiver.
Why does he want to go so bad?
The Patriots, money.
He's not gonna make any more money anywhere else.
He wants to go somewhere else and get an extension. That's why he could potentially work it out with the Niners. But if I'm the Niners, it's like, do we want to? Especially after all this, it's like, do we want to go through this next off season when he wants to get traded again? Like what? I mean, shit. Now it's shit.
That is true.
Now
they have the option of paying him and like maybe keeping their team together, but also they have like, however well Brock Purdy plays this year, they have the impending doom of having to pay him as well.
Yeah, and but it also tells us like they know they can't just dump off a weapon for future picks. Brock Purdy needs help now.
They need a receiver.
That says a lot
right
to
now.
me.
Yes,
it's like
that they're not trusting a Deebo Samuel and their other guys. Whoever they are.
Kittle and Deebo ain't enough, and McCaffrey. That Deebo, Kittle, and McCaffrey ain't enough. It's like no, he needs Aiyuk too.
Well, Aiyuk was the leading receiver on the team.
That's how much of a game manager Brock Purdy is, bro. Like, I mean,
yeah, dude. If you gave El Freaky, Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, and Deebo Samuel, we're not even having it. I mean, now you do have a great running back and a great tight end, which are borderline similar to both those guys. But
okay, yeah, you want to give us Derrick Henry.
Give me a Debo. Give me a Debo on top of this.
Derrick Henry and Mark Andrews, and then Debo. Well, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll 1,000% take that.
Gladly.
I don't see it happening because the Patriots don't want to give up the picks. Steelers don't want to give up the.
Well, shit, they could have given up Juju,
but that's those fuckers.
Juju's no one's taking Juju.
Imagine being so bad you couldn't make the Patriots roster. Like that's how bad you do this.
You know, the best part is like him and did his buddy sign Claypool? Did he sign? Is he a Dolphin?
Is Claypool a Dolphin right now? I believe so.
Oh, damn. I thought he was CFL, but
he was in the CFL.
That's what I thought. Okay, still,
he's in the NFL.
I mean, these were two dudes who like thought that they were both top 10 receivers because Juju played under AB and then Claypool played under Juju. Once they lost both of those, they stunk shit.
There is an alternate universe where Claypool and Juju got to spend like 4 more years just hiding behind AB's appearance.
Dominance, yes.
Where the Steelers might have won a fucking Super Bowl.
Sure.
Like
agreed.
They are honestly, because I was going to say an AB and Le'Veon Bell crash out away from probably winning a Super Bowl. But honestly, had you just kept AB receivers,
you can find a Bell.
Najee.
Perfect. Exactly. But AB at his age would still be a good receiver right now.
And you might have had a scenario where a quarterback at maybe a little more elite quarterback wanted to go play there.
Or maybe Kenny Pickett would be looked at differently if he had a team like that. Probably not. He's kind of stunk up to bed. Maybe Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that alternate universe isn't as good as maybe some Steelers fans would imagine. Could imagine.
Sure.
But there definitely was a gap. A window where they could have been Super Bowl champs. Brandon Aiyuk, I still think he's gonna be a Niner.
I think so too. Fuck it. Spend the money on him. You need him, apparently.
From what I've seen, it seems like the Patriots are off, the Browns are off, so the last team is figuring out something with the Steelers. The Steelers are willing to give up the 2 first-round picks, but it's what receiver. So can we look at receiver? Can we look at the Steelers depth chart real quick?
Yeah, GP and someone maybe.
Like I said, Van Jefferson. Like is that someone that that they think, they're so Van Jefferson, Calvin Austin III, Quez Watkins.
That's it. I don't know anybody else's name.
Yeah, you don't
Scotty
know. You
Miller?
don't know little Scotty Miller. You don't know Scotty?
Deuce Watts? Who the hell is Deuce Watts?
You know who Scotty Miller is. I'm pretty sure he was it. I'm pretty sure Scotty was the.
I've heard of Scotty Miller.
Buck?
Was he the white Buck receiver?
He might have been the white Buck. But yeah, I think Brandon's.
He was the white Buck.
I think Brandon's gonna be a Niner. I think he's gonna. He will be.
And I think for his sake, I think he should be, because, I mean, he kind of also plays under the. You get the umbrella of how good your team is. Now, he had a good season last year and the year before, but you get to play on a great team. Instead, you want to go play on the worst team in football for a few dollars, or you want to go play on the Steelers, who they don't know if they have a quarterback yet. No other offense on that team.
Nothing.
Or do you want to go play with your buddy in Washington for no fucking good reason to win fucking 8? That was way too many games. To win fucking 4 games. I said 8. Fuck that.
8 games. That's optimistic. That's optimistic thinking for a Commanders fan. And another, we got another receiver that may or may not be on the team that they are currently on right now, and that's Ceedee Lamb.
Yeah.
So
I like this a lot.
So this Jerry Jones,
so beautiful,
says there is no urgency to get.
We're not in a rush.
No urgency to get a deal done.
Ceedee Lambs said, "LOL."
LOL. Did you see the Twitter banner profile picture change
for Ceedee?
Yeah.
No.
So Ceedee Lamb changed his profile picture to a picture of him in college with an ex-teammate.
Oh no.
Another player changed.
Where did Ceedee go? OU.
Another player changed their
Arizona.
Twitter.
Kyler Murray.
Another player changed their Twitter banner to a picture of them in college with a former teammate.
Is it Tampa or Arizona?
It's Kansas City. It's Marquise. It's Hollywood Brown.
Oh no.
They both changed their profile banners to pictures of them two together.
Brother.
Now
Hollywood on the Chiefs is not scary. Ceedee Lamb on the Chiefs is very scary.
What Mahomes could do with Ceedee Lamb, and then what Hollywood could do with the attention being taken away from him.
Plus Kelsey, plus Rashee Rice, plus whoever the fuck else they have. Probably a bunch of poopies. Plus Isaiah Pacheco. Oh.
I don't want that. No. The NFL, quite frankly...
The NFL should have the same thing that, like, the NBA does, where they're like, we're not allowing this to happen.
Like when Chris Paul was supposed to be a Laker?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the NBA was like, yeah, no.
Fuck no. Yeah. This is our Chris Paul.
This definitely needs to be our Chris Paul type situation.
Needs to be vetoed.
The NFL needs to go, you're not going to you can go to any other team.
Go play with Kyler Murray.
Go play with your quarterback. We'll see.
Were they have the same thing?
Oklahoma's it'd be Kyler. Yeah, it'd be Kyler.
But also they've had a revolving door of a bunch of dudes.
I don't know. He tweets the LOL, and then they change their Twitter banners. Now, I will say, I'm convinced players do a lot of shit for attention.
Yes. I mean, how often already, like, over the past 2 years, we've seen all the rumors about A.J. Brown fucking scrubs the Eagles off his thing, or does this and does this and does this and does this. A week later, highest paid player in the NFL. Highest paid receiver in the NFL.
Yeah.
So it's like, we'll
I don't
see
know.
all this, and
What was
I
the
don't know. Jerry
last?
Jones. Jerry Jones is one of the guys who's stubborn enough and that much of a piece of shit where you'd be like, yeah, fuck this season, fuck the future of my team. I'm not paying this guy whatever he wants.
What was the last? There was one recently. He unfollowed everybody on on social media and everything.
Was it not AJ?
Um, what was it? AJ?
I know AJ did it.
I feel like a
But
lot
yeah,
of players. I mean, a lot of
you
players
guys
do
have
it.
done it. Yeah,
A lot of.
Aiyuk probably.
Aiyuk probably. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Shit, Christian McCaffrey called him a former teammate a couple of days ago.
Did he really?
He was. They were, asking about it. He's like, just, as a, as my former teammate, as my teammate. He had just
Really?
the ultimate blunder.
Oh.
But I'm a little surprised because I thought Dallas was like more not, I wouldn't say in a rush, but like more certain they were going to get a deal done with CD over anyone.
Well, and that makes me kind of think like that's why Jerry Jones would say something like, "We're not in a rush. We know that he will be on our team."
Now
Because he's not. This
be,
isn't a contract year for him. He would have to be traded.
See, but it's also, but like, what? So what was the LOL for? Is the LOL a response to people freaking out, or is the LOL a response to the?
No, the LOL is definitely a response to Jerry, but same time, it's like, yeah, I don't know if Jerry's gonna turn on this team like this and not sign him.
But we're not in a rush. And you're saying if it was in a positive way, it would be because we know it's gonna get done.
Well, it's less of like a positive way. It's more of just like,
I don't know. I would look at that as pretty positive. It's like, no, we're gonna get the deal done. Like we're paying him. We're just not like we're not in a rush.
But I think it's negative towards CD because CD thinks he has leverage in this situation. And it's like, by the time we hit the regular season, something's gonna give. Either he's gonna get close to his money or whatever. But it's rare we see players super sit out anymore.
The regular season will be when he has the leverage.
Agreed. Yeah.
Or I mean, I don't know. After we're seeing what Chris Jones did, it's like players can do pretty much whatever they want.
No, I know, but it's Chris Jones.
Yeah,
we don't see now. Running backs should never sit out ever again. Receivers probably not, but yeah, sure. If you're Chris Jones, sit out. But
if you're Chris Jones, you can sit out, sit in the stands, and get paid.
Sit in the stands, watch the first game of the season,
and then get paid the next day or however.
Become the highest paid defensive player the next day. Yeah.
But yeah, so Ceedee Lamb tagging up or teaming up with Hollywood in Kansas City.
No. But also, it's like
absolutely not.
It's not really like a teammate team up. Like Hollywood doesn't count as like that guy.
No, but Hollywood being wide receiver 2 to Ceedee Lamb is a problem.
It's a definite issue.
Counting on him being a wide receiver 1 in Baltimore, or counting on him to, I mean, obviously everything.
Surge the Cardinals.
Everything was a shit show in Arizona. So I mean,
terrible.
Can you base how he'll perform next year off of that? I don't really know, but
no, but it doesn't look good.
But yeah, no, him being a wide receiver 2 to CD with Patrick Mahomes at the helm, that's a problem. That's a huge issue.
Mahomes throwing the ball to CD is very scary.
I don't like that at all. Because here's the thing.
I mean, take Hollywood out of the equation. Who gives a shit if he's even there? Him throwing the ball to Ceedee Lamb scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, no, it's definitely it's a problem when Dak throws a ball to Ceedee Lamb.
It's fucking scary.
So it's definitely going to be.
Then he had 1,700 yards last year. Gonna be a problem.
All right, yeah, no, Ceedee Lamb's going to be a problem. All right, I think this is our final one of these segments before the NFL season is in full gear. Make or break seasons. Are these players in a make or break year? Do these players have anything to worry about? Third time we've done this.
Yes.
I think this is about all I got. After this, I think I've pretty much ran out of guys. We've talked about a lot of make or break seasons, but the first player, funny enough, is Hollywood Brown?
It's probably close to a make or break year for him.
So I would say off the rip, you already, being questionable on, what, were you worth the first round pick right now? Like the fact that he could already be considered a bust.
A bust. Yeah.
And now you get to go play with Patrick Mahomes and
True.
And you like
in this offense, yeah.
And you are first round talent. You got drafted in the first round. I mean, you don't have an excuse.
No.
There is because what I got, he had 574 yards on 51 catches and 4 touchdowns last year.
Those are Odell numbers.
Yeah, those are
current Odell numbers.
Hasn't had 1,000 yards since 2021.
Yeah.
And yeah, former first round pick playing with Patrick Mahomes. He will have absolutely no excuse.
I don't expect, again, like you said a few minutes ago, I don't expect him to be wide receiver 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure how he'll be utilized on this team, but he definitely needs to be a go-to player. He cannot make mistakes. We're getting close to Kadarius Toney not really being that much of a factor anymore, and
sadly.
Now, Hollywood's struggles weren't as bad as Kadarius Toney's, but they both have the same issue of not being able to catch shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like they're kind of both on the chopping block, and
so I
think KT has a little more talent than Hollywood does outside of catching.
I guess the question is, so like make or break. Like, is break like so if your expectations are a great wide receiver 2, a great slot receiver, and he he exceeds your expectations, that's a make.
Yes.
But are you still, if you're a first round wide receiver and you have to basically be delegated to a second or third option
which
on an offense?
If they get Ceedee Lamb, it's very. I mean, now on the offense, once they get Rashee Rice back, he'll probably be a third option behind Kelsey and
if
Rice.
You are delegated to a third option as a former first round pick, and that is the best way to utilize you. That's their best way to utilize you. Are you considered a bust or what?
Now he'll be considered a bust, but I think by when we say obviously he'll never be what he was supposed to be or what he was in
Tyreek Hill.
Exactly. So he won't reach that ever from on this path. But I think make or break. I think break for him could be out of the league in 2 years if he doesn't have a good resurgence or a good next few years. Or at least kind of just being a guy who bounces around he needs forever, Cole Beasley.
He needs to prove he's reliable.
Yeah, he needs to prove he's reliable. He needs to prove that he doesn't need to prove he's a first-round pick. He doesn't, because he's not. He's no longer playing for the team that drafted him, so it doesn't really matter what he does.
And it's also if Kansas City doesn't use him like a wide receiver 1, like he's supposed to be the first option, then what
we can't hold him to that.
Expectations would we have?
Yeah, exactly. But now if he makes a shit ton of mistakes and drops a bunch of passes and just isn't good at all, and they feel like they can't utilize him, then sure.
If it's like Kansas City with Kadarius Toney, where it's all right, obviously we're trying to
You're a hindrance to this team.
We're trying to get you involved. We're trying to get the ball to you,
because
and it's
good.
Impossible.
Yeah, all you need to do is put the ball in your hands, and then you're good.
Go.
Just figure out how to get the ball here.
Because
then
I promise you,
you're fast as fuck and you're shiftier than shit.
KT can go.
He can fucking go, and he will break up anybody.
I don't know if you put Hollywood under those type of lights where it's man, the Chiefs have really been trying to fucking use as much as Hollywood as they can, and he's he has 700 yards next season.
Yeah,
it's really how Kansas
I
City.
mean, but I don't think 700 would be bad for him if he's in like a 3
if
role,
he
like
was
a third,
targeted the
fourth
most
option.
on the team,
Yeah, that's not good.
that'd be a problem. I'm saying I think it's obviously it's going to be how he plays, but I think a big role in this is going to be how Kansas City uses him.
Yeah.
Like it's the same thing. Like they decided to keep Kadarius Toney. They know what he can do. Apparently, he's been taking snaps at running back at practice.
Sure.
So
which is not terrible.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean, he's built like a Pacheco.
The man can move.
He can fucking
and,
really move.
The ball can
Why
just
is he a receiver?
Just put it right in his hands. Boom. Here.
Yeah.
The man. The
You don't
problem
have to
is
throw it to him.
The problem is he used to be in college catching the hardest type of ball, which
the
is
hardest ball you couldn't
punt.
catch. Exactly. Yeah.
I don't understand
Punt's the hardest.
KT,
you got a banana hook punt, and you're snagging all of them. Instead, you can't catch. You can't catch the best ball in football. You can't catch a Mahomes slant
ball.
Pass.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, I would say it's definitely a make or break year for Hollywood.
Yeah.
But
yeah, break in the sense of like, yeah, he won't even be considered on a important team for a while.
Deshaun Watson.
Somewhat, yeah. Just and that's just because like he hasn't had a lot of playing time, but it's just so much further down in his career from the last time we saw him healthy and out of trouble and on the field that like if he doesn't have a good year this year and he's full healthy, it's hard to like he loses that like, hey, you used to be good thing. It's like, no, you stink now. So yeah, if he has a good year, then I think that he can continue to have good years. But if he doesn't, it's kind of like, now what?
Yeah. See, that's the thing. I feel like if he can even stay healthy,
yeah,
and like doesn't have a fucking 4-12 year like his last full healthy season,
sure,
he will have plenty of opportunities after this.
Yeah,
but that's exactly what you said. I have right here. I mean, his last healthy year was 2020. He went 4-12 with Houston. He's played 12 games in 2 seasons.
Yeah. Like it's like this is the last year where you can have any excuse for like, I was hurt, I missed the full season, this, that, the other thing, whatever. This is the last time where we're like, because we are 4 years removed from his last full season, and it's like, it could just be time that's making you worse or whatever the fuck. But yeah, this is, if he has a good year this year, then he could have more, but if he doesn't, probably not.
He was in some people's eyes at some point a top 10 guy.
I mean, I think he still has potential to be top 10 this season.
He has top 10 potential. He's supposed to be Cleveland's guy. I think if he is healthy, I'm going to take back what I said a little bit. I think if he is healthy, he needs to at least make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Make it.
They made the playoffs last year. Without him.
And is that not even more of a reason to
it's way more of a reason.
A healthy Deshaun Watson better make the playoffs?
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is...
I think for this Browns team, it's like one of the first times where it's like, oh, this team is good. This team is better than like just having a cool quarterback or one good player or whatever. Like, no, this team has playoff potential with whatever quarterback is on the field. So honestly, I could see if Deshaun Watson has a terrible first half, them pulling him.
Yeah, because I saw this tweet. It was like, imagine seeing this 10 years ago, and it was like another tweet. It was like, the Patriots have more money to offer, but the Browns have more
players,
chance to win.
They have a chance to win.
More of a chance to win to offer. Which is just crazy now. The Browns have more leverage to give you a chance to win than the Patriots do.
Yes.
Which is just hilarious.
And it's not even close.
How about Michael Thomas?
Yeah, I mean, I thought his make or break year was like 3 years ago, but sure. Like, yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. He's had his issues injury-wise and then off the field or whatever the fuck, but...
Well... Yeah. So 2019 was his 149 reception, 1,700 yard year.
That was what, Drew's last good year.
And since that year, he's
Wait,
played.
can I guess how many receptions he has since?
Yeah.
51.
He's had 95 receptions.
Okay.
For 1,000 yards.
Yep.
And he's played in 20 games.
Yep.
Since 2019.
5 years ago. Yeah.
Since 2019, he's played in 20 games, 95 receptions, and 1,000 yards. So.
And no one shits on this guy.
He's had almost. Yeah. No. He.
And like I said, his make or break year was 3 years ago.
Now, mind you, has he had the best quarterbacks throwing to him? No. Absolutely not. But for somebody who kind of like I don't know, like if you are with Drew Brees able to put up 1,700 and 150 catches,
yeah,
you at least got to be able to like
muster up something.
Yeah, and I get it. If you're not on the field, you're not on the field. But like,
still 1,000 games in 20 in 20 games.
Yeah, bro's just bro is not. Bro is
putting up. But yeah, last year he's had all these weird like turf toe type injuries, like just small little injuries. I think.
Like Matt Collins has more yards than you in the last like however many years. Does he? Should we fact check that?
No, he doesn't. I think Mac has like 1,300 career yards, and he's played for like 10 years.
Matt Collins has not played football for 10 years. I'm fact checking that.
I don't think it's 10. Now. It's like I think it was like 2017. He was drafted. 2016 maybe. He's 30. Yeah, 2017 he was drafted. He has 1,600 total yards, 131 receptions. Now, what is that since?
He's had in the same stint 1,340 yards, 105 receptions, and 9 touchdowns in 63 games. So yeah, when Matt Collins has had a better stretch than you.
Hold on. 63 games is different than 20 games, brother.
He only started in 23 of them.
True.
63.
He started a full season with the Rams.
That's what I'm saying, though. He was available.
Either way, both these guys stink.
I'm saying when Matt Collins is more reliable than you.
Sure, that's about it.
Yeah. You're entering.
But no, it's been so long since we've talked about Michael Thomas as like honestly, even as a receiver, like we used to talk about him. But he had one really, really good season in 19.
But that was supposed to be like
he was a top. That was supposed to be like the beginning of something.
He's building on that. Like now he's like he is elite. What are you gonna do next? Like and then it's just been nothing. It's been absolutely nothing.
Like no one will remember that name. Like he sadly, in the history books.
Sadly not.
Very sadly, but he will be like a Bruce Smith, where it's like who has the most sacks of all time? Like Bruce Smith. The fuck is that guy? He's known for having the most of all time.
Oh, Michael Thomas. Do you remember him?
Yeah. It's really like, he had that one good year when Drew's shoulder wasn't torn off his bone.
All right. This one might be the most obvious. Daniel Jones.
Yeah. I mean, with the way that the Giants are, maybe it's a make or break. I mean, they fucking paid the guy $40 million a year. So, but yeah, no, it's, again.
Yeah, but looking at some of these other quarterbacks' contracts, that's
But this is beyond a make or break because, the year that he got paid after was because Saquon had his best year, I think, statistically. They made the playoffs. They won a playoff game.
So 2022, that was supposed to be the prequel.
That was the finale.
That was
that was the premiere, the finale, the sequel, everything all in once.
That was the reboot. And then the reboot got canceled. Like it was
exactly.
It was
that was everything in one.
But at the same time,
this year is gonna suck for them.
At the same time, it's not like he's been on the best team.
No, he's on a bad team.
Like, look, and if you don't want to admit it, it's fine. If you want to put up the shtick, it's cool. Daniel Jones is more of a meme than he is a bad quarterback.
Yeah, I don't think he's fucking horrendous, but
he's not.
He definitely is a meme.
That's the thing. Like, it's
just how goofbally he is. It's kind of like, I mean, they went from one meme quarterback to another. Like Eli was such a meme.
Yeah.
But Eli was never like a very bad quarterback. He's got 2 Super Bowls. He was pretty good.
Yeah,
But it was like he's a meme because his face is dumpy and he looks all weird.
It's like he's not amazing whatsoever.
He's not worth $40 million.
No. But is he the fucking worst quarterback in the
No,
league? Is it
no.
like, oh my God, Daniel Jones, 32nd best quarterback in the league. They are going to be the reason the Giants pick first in the first pick next year. Like, it's like,
I
I don't
mean,
know.
now he has potential to be the worst quarterback, but I don't think he is. Yeah, he gets memed a lot for that run where he falls.
Yeah.
But it's also like, dude, he busted out a 60-yard run.
That's
It's
the
pretty sick.
thing. That's the
Like
big problem with that.
but that's the thing. Like he's a decent runner for who he is.
Daniel
But
Jones can do it.
I think we're going to see the Giants' true colors, and I think we're going to see his true colors this year. When it comes to no Saquon and how well, I mean, I think we know Malik is going to be pretty decent.
Well, see, that's my biggest thing. I think the biggest thing for him to avoid a break is building some type of early chemistry with Neighbors.
Yeah, I mean that
if
has to be.
Let's be real, they're set on
all
Neighbors.
That's all they have.
If Neighbors is like, no, I at this point, it's more of Neighbors like, do you like Daniel Jones? You like him throwing to you?
Yeah, no, agree.
It's gonna be up to
like, who
him.
do you want throwing him the ball? Exactly.
No, I like him throwing me the ball.
Malik's an LSU receiver. Clearly, over the past few years, that's done pretty well. So, yeah, I think they're putting a lot of stuff into Malik. Why they let him get into a fight, I don't know. That was pretty stupid.
Whatever. There's been a lot of fights.
Yeah, joint practices are never good.
Joint practices are always
They're
a problem.
way worse than like a preseason game or anything. It's always bullshit, and it's every single year. But yeah, I don't know. I think it is. I don't think it's fully make or break for Daniel, but with the way that the quarterbacks like with how many quarterbacks like have shots nowadays, and you can't really have a super bad year and be like on the same team.
I mean, he got hurt.
Sure.
Hurt, played like only 6 games. So I mean, like he definitely has shit like crutches to he definitely has
but when you
excuses.
Yeah, but the thing is when you get paid that much money, you're a lot easier to cut.
Yeah, I guess you get paid that much.
Like money. Russell Wilson was easier to cut.
That's the problem, though. It's like, bro, if Jordan Love has one shit year, it's gonna be like, well, we just wasted all that money.
That is true.
That's just,
like so far, like all the quarterbacks who have been paid like a lot of money haven't shit themselves yet. But also, a lot of these contracts are brand new. But yeah, Daniel Jones, Jordan Love could be one of those guys to really shit it.
I don't think he's gonna be a Daniel Jones. I think I will give him. No. I'll give him that. I don't think he's gonna be a Daniel Jones. But no, Daniel Jones building some type of chemistry in my eyes is the best way. Building some type of chemistry with Neighbors.
That's all he's got.
Establishing something with him. And the last guy for make or break. This is more of a personal one, but it's Deontay Johnson.
Yeah.
So
is he a Panther now?
He is a Panther now.
Yeah.
And he had his only 1,000-yard season in 2020.
Yeah.
And then he just never really broke through.
Also, we can put a little bit of this on a quarterback situation.
Now, he was on a very broken Steelers. He was just a part of a very broken Steelers organization.
Which, yeah, for them is still 9-8, but whatever.
But I do think that, okay, he's not on the best team, but he has a chance to prove that he can be someone that you can rely on. He can come and help elevate Bryce Young's game. I mean, he can. It's not the same exact thing with Hollywood, but it is something where it's like, prove you are a receiver that can be relied on.
Yeah.
Don't be that receiver that you have that 1 week where it's like, holy shit, here he is, and then you go the next 3 weeks without
3 or 4 weeks. Yeah, exactly.
It's like just be someone that you can rely on. And obviously getting out of the situation in Pittsburgh, I think, was smart. Now falling to Carolina might not be the best situation.
Not gonna help a lot, but I think Bryce, I mean, a lot of times, we do the same thing. Like when we do like power rankings and all that stuff, it's like the team had a really bad year last year. and they're kind of the same. It's hard for us to be like, yeah, we know they're going to do great this year, but
Mhm.
I don't see Carolina being as bad as they were last year. Bryce at some point needs to step up and show he's worth being the first overall pick. So
First overall pick.
it's weird that like he gets a pass. You know, CJ's like, yeah, I'm fighting to be a top 10 quarterback, and Bryce is like, I'm trying not to be.
See, but
Drew Lock.
CJ set the standard early, and then it
And
was
he
like,
said
all
it.
right, this is who you are.
Yeah.
Bryce, I mean,
Bryce never.
This happens all the time. A quarterback gets drafted early to a shitty team. You don't expect anything.
Exactly. And CJ kind of went the opposite way and flipped that. And was like, I don't give a fuck. And was on a pretty decent team and played really well.
But make or break year, I'd say this is your year.
Not yet.
This is your year to either be a receiver to be relied on or officially become a Jag.
Agreed. Yeah.
That's what I think it is.
Sure.
For the most part.
Not a Jaguar, but
yeah, just the guy. We got NFL Jeopardy.
Yep. NFL Jeopardy.
Yeah, NFL Jeopardy. I believe this is just NFL.
Yep.
So we got
sports stuff is cool, but it's a lot sometimes. Business.
Sometimes it just gets tricky, Devin. I'm not gonna lie. Like the last one was a pain. The last one gave us some problems. But today we got history, heroes.
The one before that was worse, no? Where we had to like list out the teams with colored.
That was, oh my god, with teeth. That was bad. History.
The logos one was so bad.
Heroes of football, business, ethics, and rules. Miscellaneous. Sorry, business and ethics. Those two words together fucked me all
Business
up.
ethics.
You first.
I don't know what heroes of football is, so not going there. I'll go history for 2.
Who won the first Super Bowl?
Green Bay Packers.
There you go. Okay. All right. Okay. Easy 3.
That one. That's a tough one.
So 200 is pretty easy. So let me follow your lead. 300. Which team made the historic 28-3 comeback in the Super Bowl? Well, that would be the Patriots.
Of
ain't no of
New England.
Ain't no of. But that would be the Patriots. Okay, so 2 easy ones to start it. I'm not mad at this. I'm not gonna lie. After some of these hard ass questions we've had,
I like the easy ones.
If history is gonna be easy,
I don't know what the fuck ethics means. Or business. Or are you gonna ask me how much money someone makes? Give me heroes of football for 2.
Heroes of football for 2.
Give me like Pat Tillman or something.
Who has the most passing yards in one season?
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning. There you go. Okay.
So now I don't know what heroes of football means.
I guess just people who were good.
Yeah, sure.
It's history, dude. If 300 was 28-3, 400.
4, I know, but 4 could be like fucking something about Fran Tarkenton.
It's early. Where was the first Super Bowl played?
That I don't know.
I am pretty sure it was the Coliseum, which is L.A.
That is in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, California. The fucking Coliseum.
Didn't know that.
I think the first couple were in the Coliseum. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I think the first couple were in the Coliseum.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, the Coliseum was like the shit.
Oh, yeah.
So,
it's big.
It makes sense.
The Raiders played there.
You want that 5?
No.
Come on, bro. Look how easy mine was. Just take it.
Shut up.
Just take it. Look how easy that was.
Give me Biznatch for 2.
Business for 200. Which sports drink sponsors the NFL?
Gatorade?
Yeah, that'd be Gatorade.
They call it Gatorade.
Business. All right.
Business is booming.
Business. business seems pretty easy too. Are we naming brands? Let me go 300. Which broadcasting companies sponsor the NFL? Okay.
There's multiple.
So you got CBS. And then you got the NFC games on Fox. Monday nights are ESPN. And Sunday Night Football is NBC.
Plus.
Is there a plus? Thursday night, I guess now it's on Amazon, if they're counting that now.
I don't know if that counts yet, but sure.
Yeah, so but I think okay, so Fox, CBS, and ESPN. Okay.
I guess that those.
But Sunday Night Football is NBC.
Sunday night is NBC.
So I don't know why they didn't add. Okay, whatever.
I don't know.
Broadcast.
I don't know what the percent.
I believe it's its own entity. Entity.
What, NBC?
Yeah.
Compared to what,
like CBS? Yeah. I don't think it's a brand. I don't think it's under.
No, it's not a part of any of that stuff.
It's its own.
Well, no, they're owned by something. I don't know. I'll do history for 5. Fuck it.
History for 5.
This might ruin my entire day.
When was the NFL founded? What year?
This is gonna ruin my entire day.
Damn, I wish I kind of picked this.
Why? Do you know?
I think so.
I have a guess.
I think so.
It's 1920.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yep.
Let's go.
1920. Yep.
That was the only thing that came to my mind.
Well, yeah, 19.
Because I had the idea of the first Super Bowl, and I was like, then it was like, what year was the Cardinals founded? I think that was 1920.
Mm-hmm.
So,
let's see what ethics and rules is. For 200, what yard line does a team start at after a touchback? Now, this is
I'm assuming last year's rules.
It's changed over the years because it obviously moved from 20 to 25. Yeah. Now it's a whole bunch of shit.
I don't know what it is.
If it bounces in, I'm not even gonna sit there and explain all the rules because I don't.
No, I don't want to. I'll figure it out.
Okay, yeah, 25. Literally watch 1 second of preseason football. That's all they've been talking about are the new rules.
Okay, perfect.
Every game I've watched, so all 5 games, they've had a segment before the game on here's the new onside or here's the new kickoff rules.
God. Fuck you.
All right. Have we gotten one wrong yet?
Nah, I think we're cruising. Heroes of football for 3.
Heroes of football for 3. Who has the most receiving yards in a season behind Cooper Kupp, including postseason?
Ooh, including postseason sucks. Calvin didn't have a postseason.
Oh my god.
Calvin didn't have a postseason. Now, Coop broke it in 22 when he won Super Bowl MVP. Because he had almost beat Calvin that year and then went crazy in the playoffs. Calvin didn't have a playoffs, so it's not Calvin. It could be Calvin, though, because who else had that many yards? Calvin had 19. I don't know if anyone beat 19.
And then
the only guy I can think of is Randy, but I don't know if Randy had that many yards. The other guy could be Jerry, but I don't know if Jerry had that many yards, especially in the postseason.
Oh, fuck,
I think I have to say Cal. I have to say
Johnson?
Megatron.
All right. Larry Fitzgerald.
Fitznuggies.
So yeah, I was.
All right, how many more yards is that than Calvin Johnson? I think that's like 2 yards.
I was leaning towards Larry or Randy.
Same, but I don't think. Dude, that's 13 more yards. Fuck me.
I was thinking Randy. I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking Randy.
Well, Randy had 20 plus. I think he had 23 touchdowns in that regular season. But yards wise, it wasn't that crazy.
All right, ethics and rules 300. How many points are a safety worth? Give me the 2.
What the fuck?
Give me the 2. Give me the 2. I like it.
Give me ethics and rules for 5. Fuck this category.
Which game had the most penalty yards?
Never mind. I thought this was easy. You're gonna give me a safety for 2 and then a 5 banger?
Oh
Fuck.
Oh
Fuck.
man. Yeah, which
You're
game?
telling me there's a specific game?
Devin, which game was it?
I don't know. The Snowball.
Well, come on. What game had the most penalty yards?
Do you know?
I have no fucking clue.
All right, thank God. I just wanted to make sure.
Which game had the most penalty yards?
2012 NFC Championship game.
Bears Browns.
What the fuck am I supposed to know? 51. I don't know nothing
Wow.
pre-Super Bowl era. I don't know dick.
Wow, I'm sorry about that, Devin.
That's brutality.
That was just wrong. I'm gonna go
That
ethics
is
and
very
rules for
wrong.
100. How many yards are needed for a first down? Now that's 10 yards.
Are you? Well, it's 10.1.
See, now that's 10 yards right there.
10.00001.
What you?
Give me history for 1. I need to pick me up.
Who's the last MVP?
Patty Lamar.
Yeah. So this is.
When was this?
This is a little old, but yeah.
How was I supposed to know this?
I didn't know this was that old, but yeah, Lamar. Okay. Now we know it's that old.
Well, there was no relevant questions so far, really.
No, not really. No, nothing that's affected. Unless there's been like a yeah.
Well, the rule change, touchback rule.
And we would have been like alerted, like this is the most yards in a penalty since 1951.
Yeah.
We would have got something. Let's see, miscellaneous for 200.
It's probably something super easy.
Who has the most receiving yards in a single game as a rookie?
Ooh, never mind. That's tough. I don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't know. Randy Moss. Jamar Chase. Okay, cool.
Jammer.
I wasn't going to guess any receiver right now because I don't know. I feel like we would have heard about that. We probably did.
We definitely did. And also, no one really cares. Heroes of Foosball for 4.
Which QB is the only one to beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl?
Twice?
I guess twice.
Nick Foles.
Twice is probably.
It's probably twice.
Yeah.
It's Nick Foles and Eli Manning.
Yeah. I don't.
It's probably either. Yeah.
Okay. Here's a football for 100. Who has the most rushing yards in NFL history? Big Emmett.
Your boy.
Big Emmett.
Mr. Emmett.
Big Emmett.
Big M. Give me Biznatch for 4.
Which fast food sponsors the NFL?
Does Wendy's? Don't put that down, but it's just like Wendy's has a ton of commercials. Now the biggest one obviously is Mickey Nuts. All of them. I don't know. In one way or another, they sponsor something about the NFL. Burger King. I don't know. What the fuck are we doing?
They're saying more like
the actual NFL.
Like very related to. Like I have an idea. I have one that's like super glaringly obvious. I feel like it is.
Does Chick-fil-A sponsor the NFL?
I don't know. Are they open the only day the NFL is important?
No.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if you think it's just something.
Yeah. The only thing I got is Mickey Nuts.
All right. It is Subway. Oh my God! It is Subway. The Russell Wilson commercial.
No, I know, and I knew that, and I don't know. I didn't think that they sponsored the NFL. I thought they just had deals with.
They have all those commercials. See,
they have
I
tons
was thinking better pizza, better ingredients.
Oh no, that deal's done. That deal's been done.
I thought.
Do you know what happened?
Well, yeah. See, I thought just John left.
The whole company's shot. in terms of the NFL deal.
I was going to say the company's definitely like still selling pizza.
It's the same thing. Yeah.
Like it was just the guy.
There's just a little bit less racism in your pizza every time.
Yeah, it's just that's all it is. But
But I doubt it. I bet it's the same amount of racism.
But I also think this was a couple years old.
No, I bet they still sponsor him. I know it's not Mickey Nuts, but you know.
What are you talking about?
Oh! You're saying no? Well, this is not as old as the Papa John's issues. The Papa John's issues were.
How long ago do you think it was? Probably about the same time Aaron Rodgers won his last MVP.
No, that was like 2016.
No, it was not 2016.
Yeah.
No, it was not. You're completely missing on that one. You're waffling on that. Peyton Manning was retired doing commercials with Papa John.
No, pizza. Peyton Manning was no longer doing. It was 2018.
Yeah, it was no 2016. But okay, 2018 still seems a brick ago. Like it felt like it doesn't feel like that long ago. But okay, Subway was the answer.
He said, well, I think Subway's controversy was fucking worse than Papa John's.
I mean, yeah, I guess. See,
one of your guys is actually doing bad things.
That's the thing, though. It's like you take the one.
Why does Subway get a fucking pass?
You take the one guy away, and it's just the food.
Same thing.
It's the food. It's pizza. It's just.
But then you're like, oh, look at our fat guy. He's no longer fat. Like, yeah, he's a fat guy who.
It's not even. Yeah, we know who we're talking about here. I guess.
Why I shouldn't eat Subway? I don't even know why I eat Subway. I don't even like Subway that much.
I don't know why you eat Subway. Subway is disgusting.
Well, I had Jersey Mike's a few weeks ago and I shit my pants.
I was about to say, shout out Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's is good as fuck.
Jersey Mike's is great, but no, I actually pooped on myself. It's the first time I'd ever had it.
Miscellaneous 100. Who is considered to be the GOAT of football?
Eric Dickerson. O.J. Simpson.
I mean, Tom. Yeah, I was going to say, who else would they be
He's the GOAT of the quarterback position. Shut the hell up.
He's the GOAT of, like, winning. Just winning.
No, of course. But, like, when Skip Bayless says, he's better than you, it's like, no.
It's like, if we're talking, like, athletic-wise, Shannon Sharp's got him beat by the most miles possible.
Yeah, way more than Noah Lyles or whatever. But humbug. Give me a can of Coke. Give me Biznats for 5 because why not?
Business for 5. Which sponsor pays the NFL the most?
I don't even know what that means.
Which company pays the NFL the most to sponsor them? Ooh. I got one.
Now we're talking the NFL.
I got a guess.
Yeah, do you want to guess? No, I'm kidding.
No, but I do have a guess for sure. I even write it down.
I'm going to say Apple.
Wow.
Beer.
You know what I was thinking?
What's that?
Pepsi.
Which, honestly, I thought would have been over Anheuser-Busch, but...
It's like every time a Super Bowl comes around.
Well, this was also pre-controversy.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, business for 100. Which soft drink sponsors the NFL?
Pepsi.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was just, for some reason, I don't know why I sat there. I was like, we just.
You almost blanked?
We blanked. I blanked out. We just talked about the soft drink.
Well, you were just like, they're the guys. Give me Heroes for 5, please.
Heroes for 5. Which team has the most Super Bowl wins?
How is this a 5? How do I get fucking most penalties ever and then most Super Bowl wins? Give me Pats and Steelers. Fuckers. Jesus Christ. It's not even close to a 5er.
That is great. Miscellaneous for 3. Who is the youngest quarterback to win a Super Bowl? Honestly?
That's a good question.
Honestly, probably Tom. I mean, I guess. Oh, no. Ben. Big Ben.
It was
Yep.
Ben in 04. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, 06?
05.
05.
Yep. Sean Alexander's 2,000-yard year.
Yes. But yes, it was Ben. Tom had been in college for
It was
4+
Ben's
years,
second year.
and then sat a year behind Drew.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Miscellaneous for 5, please.
Miscellaneous for 5. Who is the tallest player in NFL history?
Too Tall Jones. Ed Too Tall Jones.
Yeah, it is Richard Sly.
Richard Sleegy.
Which, hey, shout out to bro.
Shout out to the dude.
Ethics and rules are miscellaneous. Ethics and rules are miscellaneous. Let's go with rules. How many personal flags can a player get before ejection? That would be 2.
Personal fouls.
Oh, that's it. No, flags. Personal flags.
I know it says personal flags,
okay.
but
Personal
that's not
fouls. Yes.
2
before getting ejected.
And
the final question: who has the most return touchdowns in NFL history? This one's pretty easy.
He still has it. Did Cordero break any of it?
I don't think so.
Yeah, Hester.
If it was broken, I'm shocked. You want to fact check that?
No, I don't think he broke the overall one. I think he broke maybe punt.
But yeah, no. But I remember when Devin Hester broke that record. It was like a Thursday night football game or something, and Deion Sanders was there.
Yes.
And they were like crying together after the game, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is fucking crazy."
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Devin Hester with 20 total returns for touchdowns. Sorry, I didn't mean to. 2,400 points. I didn't mean to drag on you like that.
Well, the thing was, it's like this wasn't very hard of one, so it's like once I went down, I had no opportunity to get back.
Yeah, well, and it was also,
and I had to shoot for the high ones, and I get fucking how many bullshits did happen in the game? What the fuck? That was the hardest question ever.
Yeah, if any question is Browns Giants 1951, there's no way you're ever gonna get that.
No one's getting shit.
Unless we start ironically or just
but that's
out bullshit.
It's a 2 and 32 guess that I don't have in the bag.
Absolutely no chance. I think it's time to get out of here.
It's time to wrap up.
I think we talked one reason to not overlook every team this year. Final no allows conversation for at least 4 years. Team USA advanced.
Can we pledge that even if something does get brought up, we don't even talk about it? I don't think he deserves a second of our time.
Yes.
It's a waste of time.
Team USA advancing. Brandon Aiyuk, we have no clue what he's doing. Ceedee Lamb, also no clue what's going on with them. Some players in their make or break seasons or not. And then NFL Jeopardy. Is there anything you want to say before we get out of here, Devin?
Find the nearest spigot. Drink some water.
Okay. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this episode of On It. We will be back on Tuesday to talk more NFL, more NBA, more sports, more Jeopardy, more just shit to talk. Brand new episodes every Tuesday and Saturday. We'll be back on Tuesday. It has been me. It has been Devin. It has been real. We are out.
Spin that thing.